Okay, I think I'm live. Oh my god. I'm out doing another one of these like out on the go ones, except it's a lot louder. Today I am, have a look, near St. Paul's. You can see it right there in the background. But with the sun behind me, it's not very good. Anyhows, I'm going to now have a bit of a public rant. So, this is following a discussion I had earlier actually with a lady called Joyce, who's in the group. Welcome, Joyce. And it got me really fired up because it reminded me that I know when we were organising the Female Speakers Conference, this is one of my biggest frustrations with pitches. So here's a big do not do. Event organisers, frankly, could not give a rat's behind toodly anything, frankly, about your story. They don't give a crap. They're not interested. It's not interesting to them. So if you have ever started a pitch with, I have a really good story, or the box that you talked about and you talk about your story, stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it right now. It's the surest way to like lose yourself a pitch, especially if it's competitive and especially if it's corporate, because they don't give a shit. What they do give a shit about is, I did say it was uncensored, so don't come and give me messages now about my swearing. What they do care about is, what is the message, and what are they going to get from it? Like, what is the audience going to take away from what you're saying? They couldn't care less about your story. They don't give a shit about what happened to you, why it happened to you, and all of that kind of stuff. Do not lead with it. The story is not what they're paying for. They're paying for the results that you can get. And it's like, they don't care. It's almost like pitching them and saying, I do stage anchoring. They don't give a shit. It's a tool. Your story is a tool. It's not why they're buying you. It's what enhances you. It's what makes you different. It's your methodology for delivering a message. They're not buying your story. So stop it, stop it, stop it straight away. Because I know, me personally, Female Speakers Conference, when we have loads of people coming in, one of the first things that has us strike somebody off the list is when they start with, I want to tell my story. I don't care. I don't care about your story. I care as event organizer for the Female Speakers Conference about putting on an event that supports speakers and getting on stages. And so what I'm interested in is, yes, your story and your journey will support that, but I'm not interested in getting somebody on the stage to talk about the woes that they had in getting on a stage and how good or bad that was. What I'm interested in is that they can help support female speakers to get on stage, and that a core message and what they're delivering, regardless of the mechanism, God, they can do it through interpretive dance for all I flipping care, provided they get to the message, right? So your story is an art form, it's a methodology. People don't care. So here's how you pitch, right? What you pitch with is, what is the essence of your story and the impact that it has. So if what you're teaching people really is the art of leadership, then what you talk about is the art of leadership. Now what it might be is that you have a story about your leadership style or things that you've done that have got you to that point. If you talk about confidence, don't say confidence because everybody says confidence, talk about the result that you get. So I help, insert name of audience, so I help women to get on more stages. Now the mechanism in which you might do that is through confidence training, but ultimately you were pitching specifically for that organizer. So have a look at what the event is like. Like, here's one of the reasons why people don't get booked, because you give people information they didn't ask for in a format they didn't ask for it in, and you don't remember that you're pitching to a person who's got other objectives. If you can show them how you can help them meet their objectives, you get booked. If you start running off on your own agenda about how you want to tell a story, you don't get booked, because they're not interested in supporting your agenda and telling a story. They're interested in delivering value for their audience. So what's the value they're looking for their audience, and pitch them based on that. So that's my 2 pennies worth. I've done it again. I'm in public. I'm in a more public place. Look, getting over my fears. I'm doing it. I'm in a more public place. I'm doing a Facebook Live, and I'm not, it does seem a bit jungly, but that is partially because this is the coolest place and it's bloody stinking hot. And so the reason why I'm stood here is because it's really warm. Before I sign off, my consultations, business strategy consultations, are still on sale until midnight on Monday. If you are not sure how to pitch, like say you've got a story and you've been using the I've got a story pitch, and now you've just heard me and you're thinking, shit, I can't use that anymore because Avalda's just told me it's rubbish, but I don't know what to say instead. book one of those sessions. They're 75% off at the moment, so they're currently $69 instead of the ridiculous other price. Although it's ridiculous, it's damn good value, but it's even better, it's exceptional, extraordinary value at the moment because it's currently on sale, but only until midnight BST on Monday. You can book as many sessions as you like. Thank you, you're welcome, Heather. You can book as many sessions as you like at that price, provided they're booked by Monday. I will drop the link in the comments again so you can find it. But if anything in here like really sparked you and you're starting to think, I really, I'm a story person, that's been my focus, I really genuinely do want to tell my story, how do I pitch that in a way that's going to be insightful for event organizers, then let's get on a session and get that clarified for you before you like mess up any more pitches. Because I guarantee you it's not even getting in the way of you not getting booked, it's guaranteeing you to not get booked to sell your story because people don't give a shit. Love you lots, ladies, and I only say this stuff in such an unfiltered, uncensored, frank way because somebody's got to tell us. And I really saw it in a big way when I was organizing the Female Speakers Conference, and the number of women who were pitching about stories, it just got so frustrating. And having spoken to Janet Joyce today, she's organizing an event at the moment as well, and she gets a similar sort of thing with really bad quality pitches of people talking about their stories. So it's not just me, it puts event organizers off, and so it's useful to know that it's like a do not go zone, especially if you're pitching to big organizers. So let's work out how we pitch that better for you. Get your session booked, put your comments below, like if you've been selling your story, like telling people about your story, I want to hear about it. Let's work this out, girls. Like I said, this group is about getting you booked, so let's make it happen. Love you lots. I also noticed there aren't that many celebrations, so I want more Mic Drop Friday celebrations today. Until next time, ciao. I can't finish a thingy. Now I'm on the move. All right, I'm gonna hang up this time. I'm gonna see if I can actually press the button. Apparently this is well complicated. Ciao, girls.